the Tiburon Championship. This is Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Novello for EA Sports, calling all the action for today's event. We are here at Wolf Creek Golf Club. It's located in Mesquite, Nevada. Frank, if I didn't know that it was Mesquite, Nevada, I think we landed on the moon and they built the golf course here. This is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, 100 years ago, you couldn't build a golf course like this here. Obviously, all the equipment needed, but in the end, it's wonderful. It's an absolute playground for anyone that sort of loves to play the game. It is desert golf, obviously because of the terrain. The green oasis that cuts in between is each hole. It just sort of gives you. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Always nice to watch a great swinger of the golf club. I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for. Well, yeah, birdie, Frank, and another shot closer.
Sniffing in the right direction. Oh, I like that.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Seems to like it. Headed for the back part of the green. So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in now on our featured golfer here at the fourth. As we check in on this early final round action, we join our
Playing right now, certainly playing aggressive golf, and that's getting rewarded today too. There's a little bit of timidity at the top there. Then there's this great opportunity that's going to open up, especially over those closing few holes.
not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. We'll settle. This is a good-looking shot. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Six under par for the tournament. How about this hole, Frank? Par 5, fifth.
If you stand on this tee for the first time, you've got virtually no idea where you've got to up. But you can see you've got to flight that second shot. You want to make sure that ball's coming in nice and high to this green that's perched up. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave. That is classic.
No chance of going in.
Frank, that's the biggest roar I've heard all week long. That was an eagle roar.
Well, for good reason. Not just an eagle, too. All of a sudden, back in contention.
Here at the sixth, 447-yard par 4. Pretty good hole, Frank.
Yeah, probably a layup hole, too, for the long. it's fun. You've got to make sure you get that ball on the right tier if you want to have a birdie putt here.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Really hitting on all cylinders now. 9 under for the tournament. Frank, a very short par 4 here at the 7th, but not one you're going to try to hit off the tee.
No, unless you can fly the ball sort of 300 yards on the nose and stop it within sort of 5 or 6 yards, it's really too risky. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
Frank, finishing up this front side here at the par 4 9th, 390 yards, and what are we looking at, Frank?
Well, it looks relatively straightforward, but it's anything other than that. Decision time again. Do you lay it up into that wide area of the fairway? If you're a longer hitter, and you are out here to have a little bit of fun play, because you're only going to have a short pitch in here.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpet.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a...
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, chance for another one today. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. On to the 11th hole, we're looking downhill, 215 yards to the green.
And this is one of the holes that you realize you're at Wolf Creek. You would never see this hole anywhere else in the world. It's amazing when you stand on this tee. It measures 215 yards. It's very playable, and you never know. Today might be the day we can make it.
Appears to be tracking well. Early part of this second round, good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Chance, and he has it. Beautiful putt. From a par 3 to a par 5 here at the 12th, it measures 560 yards, a sweeping dogleg left, and there is some trouble down that left side.
Then on the fairway, you don't really have to be too brave and try and take too much over there. The other thing too to consider about is this green has nearly half the length of an NFL football field. It's 55 yards from the front of this green to the back of the green.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Wow, what a shot.
What are the chances of making it?
Now to the par 5, 12, pretty big hole with a really big green.
And a really good blue area to the left, called water there. That's to be avoided off this tee, that's for sure. A good drive that avoids all of that. Then the hole is certainly reachable, but as you can see, water creeps in again, back right on this hole. So Out of bounds over there.
He needs to get lucky. Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker.
Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
On the green, a chance for birdie. Fourteenth hole here at Wolf Creek. Time to pull out the driver and as well the phone because you want to take some pictures here. What a spectacular view.
Stunning. You can see a whole panoramic sort of 360 degrees right around this golf course. Then unless you want to be playing your second shot out of the canyon or the bunkers, green should be fairly receptive and three distinct portions, which is sort of a common trait here at Wolf Creek. It's sort of three different tier levels in that. But let's see, birdies are to be made at Wolf Creek, maybe even one here.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin. Fraction off the center and headed to the right. Good, clean contact, nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. Said it over and over. Another birdie. Now to the part. Now to the 16th hole as we get set for the finishing stretch. And Frank, what's the best way to play this relatively short par 4?
Somehow you've got to straighten the hole up in your mind's eye, Rich. Just look all the way across that canyon and look like the hole was built straight, because really that's the way it should be played. If you start looking left and turning it into a dog leg,
wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Par 5 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club.
Yeah, dogleg left. Tee shot obviously has to be played short of that creek down there. It's still going to be a reachable hole, even though this hole's sort of around the 550, 560 mark. But because you've got to play short of that stream, it's going to leave a lengthy second shot, and you've. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You've got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Hard putt, shot. Beautiful roll. Now the closing hole here at Wolf Creek. Frank, what's ahead of us?
You could try and drive at this green, but there's too much trouble, really, Rich. Even though this hole's just over 300 yards, it's very ambitious to try and drive it across that water. Some might try.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Win the Tiburon Championship. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Quality players out there, and to come on top of that leaderboard is truly a great